to my channel. It's your favorite girl, Imani Bailey. I know I've been on a little hiatus or whatever, but I'm so glad like school is almost over and summer is coming up and I am going to do better, y'all. Like, I'm gonna do better. It's really hard. Like, hats off to YouTubers who can be very consistent on YouTube and go to school and work. Like, go to school full time and work. Like, I don't know how y'all do it because I know we got the same 24 hours, but dang sis, like, your girl is struggling. However, today's video is going to be something that's a little fun. Feel free to add like new things in the comments or whatever, but this is from like my life experiences, and this is how I tell, or you know, my little check off list if your man that you're talking to is a horrible person. Like, sis, it's time to cut him loose if like he matches more than, I want to say, like 2-3 of these things that I'm about to describe, and some of them are like total deal breakers. Okay, so we're just gonna get right into it. This is how you know that your man is an F-boy, or if you want to talk to a man and you see some of these things, he is an F-boy, y'all. I'm sorry to break it to you. Hey, number one, like, this is like first and foremost. Like, not all of these are in like a specific order. However, this one is like a number one deal breaker. You know this man is an F-boy if it says in his Instagram bio, God first. Like, if it says anything of that sort, God first, or has the praying hands, or God's child, or whatever, like, just run. Like, the man, the guy that you're talking to is horrible. And most of the people, if you've noticed, most of the guys that have like God first in their bio are not the guys that you would like meet at church, like, not the guys who are actively, you know what I mean, like actively serving the community. Most of the guys that have God first in their bio are athletes. I've really noticed this. No. Number two, if he says his ex is crazy, like, if y'all are talking and then all of a sudden he always blames things on his ex, my ex is crazy, you know, that's why I have trust issues. Like, if he has some sort of a sob story like that, like, sis, you need to investigate. It's time to pull your FBI friend, or if you are the FBI friend, you need to investigate. You need to find out who his ex is. You need to find out if she's actually crazy, because guys will literally sit up here and say anything to make you believe whatever. So yeah, mini story time. One of the guys, actually, you can check out these story time videos that actually will be linked down below, because one of the guys I was talking to actually fit a lot of these descriptions. He would tell me that his ex cheated on him, and that's the reason why he had trust issues and like all this, that, and the other. Like, he literally played a whole sob story and made me feel bad about like the things that I would like say or do, and I'm like, oh well, let me make sure, let me overcompensate for that, because you know, he has trust issues, this, that, and the other. However, you know, what's done in the dark comes to the light. Like, secrets always come to pass, and I found out that his ex never even cheated on him. He was the one cheating on her, and I was just like, what? So number three, if he constantly listens to music with no type of meaning. So like, this is how you, I'm 22 years old, so I don't know how old you are watching this video. However, you know, it gets to a point in life where it's like, you can't be out here trying to live the single life forever. Like, to me, you start looking crazy. Like, it's time to settle down at a certain point. And you know, in order to settle down, you're gonna have to date somebody for, you know, a couple years before you're looking to get married. So if he constantly, like, you know, when you get to know a guy and you see the things that he believes in, and you know, if you want to build a future with him, if you ask him who his favorite artist is and he says Chief Keef, and you ask him, oh, why is Chief Keef your favorite artist? Like, if he's constantly listening to music that is like demonic, or that is like constantly bashing women, like, if he, I'm saying constantly, like, I know we all, like, some of us all might listen to like rap music or whatever, but if he like worships that person and that's like someone who he looks up to, like, if your man looks up to Chief Keef or like any other sort of person, you know, it's just kind of like, no, you know, no, you can't constantly listen to music that have like horrible meaning, because it feeds into your soul. So yeah, if he constantly listens to music with no meaning, or says that somebody who is not a good person is someone he looks up to, he's no, sis. Number four, yo, I used to get this one all the time, y'all, and watch out for this one, because not a lot of guys are smart enough to use this. If he says that he's calling his mom like all the time at weird hours of the night, like, oh, or his mom is calling. So like, a guy I was talking to, he would always say, oh, like we'd be on FaceTime. You know when you're on FaceTime and someone calls you and it's like you have to hurry up and answer, so it just cuts it off. So he would say, oh, my mom is calling, or oh, I gotta call my mom. But it would be like, at first it would be like just, you know, random okay times. However, he used that lie because it was like, what girl is gonna check me when I say I'm calling my mom? Because then he could be like, oh, so I can't talk to my mom, like I love my mom, yada yada yada. Like, y'all get what I'm saying? So it got to a point, you know, as it progressed, he was like saying that his mom was calling around like 12 a.m, like 1 a.m, like, oh, she's just up late all the time. So it's like, I couldn't really check him on it, because then he could pull that card like, look, my mom stays up late, like who are you to tell me that I'm not talking to my mom? However, if a guy that you're talking to is doing that, just duly noted. Like, don't check him on it, just duly notices he's not talking to his mom. He's not talking to his mom or his sister. Like, they love to say my sister. Like, it's not even, that's not even it, whatever. Number 5, if he's confronted with anything, like if you confront him with anything and he flips it on you. So say, I don't know, anything though. Like, I remember, I don't know, I've talked to like guys in my life or whatever, and if anytime I had a problem and all of a sudden he just flipped the entire problem on me, well, remember when you did this, like, it's just like, it's just a really big red flag. If he constantly flips things on you, then it's just like, duly noted. Like I said, like a little goes a long way, because guys love to pick the, oh, you're nagging, you're nagging, you're nagging. When you see these things, just note it. Like when I say heard, like just note it and just keep it moving, and take some of your eggs out of that basket and put some of your eggs in another basket, sis, because we ain't got time, period. Number 6, if he's too sexual too soon, like I get like we all know this one. I shouldn't have to explain this one. Like, if he's doing way too much, way too soon, it's just like a big red flag. Like, a guy that really likes you is not gonna do all that like that soon, you know, because they're more interested in like what you want to do, like hanging out with you, getting to know you, and then that comes later. Like, that's naturally gonna come. But if he's like doing too much way too soon, it's like, yo, dude, I don't even know your last name. Like, cut him off. Unless that's what you want to do. But if you're looking for like a real relationship to build with somebody, just, yeah, cut them off. Take some of your eggs out of this basket, put some of your eggs in another basket, sis. Number 6, you up. Like, if you get the text you up, okay, I like to call it the you up syndrome. Like, if you are only hearing from this man in the nighttime, sis, like if he only texts you after like 8, 9 o'clock, and then if he texts you at all hours of the night talking about you up and just been like, oh, I was busy all day, duly noted. Like, don't even bring it up at this point. Like, he's too far gone. Like, at this point, he already knows what he wants to do, so don't even try to correct him or complain about it. Just note it. He only texts you at night, sis. You only get the you up text. It's time for you to readjust some things and start talking to other people. Okay. Number 8, he claims he doesn't do social media. Like, oh my gosh, I was talking to a guy like this. He claimed he was just like, he was such an intellectual person. Like, you know, noted there are some people like that, you know, in this day and age. There are a lot, not a lot, but there are some guys or some people who are not like social media people, which is fine. I love that, you know, that's really good. I need to start having that characteristic. However, if he says that like right off the bat, that he doesn't do no type of social media, I mean like no type of social media. If this man say he don't have an Instagram, he doesn't have a Snapchat, he doesn't have a Facebook, he doesn't even have a LinkedIn, sis, it's time for you to do some investigating, because he has one of them. There's no way this man does not have any social media. There's no way. Like, you could have created a Facebook like 5 years ago and just not on it, but there's no way. A LinkedIn, since if your man doesn't have a LinkedIn, you shouldn't be talking to him anywhere. All right. Yeah, and the guy I was talking to, like, he claimed that, but then I found him under another name and he really did have social media. So y'all might want to like look out for that, because that is like actually actually a thing. Like, guys really be out here just lying. He never initiates y'all hanging out. Like, if it's always, this is like my biggest, it's like my biggest thing. If you're talking to a guy and you feel like it's not going anywhere, but you're always like, oh, let's do this or let's do that, or you're always like mentioning the plans, then sis, he does not like you. And I was telling one of my friends this the other day, a guy that actually likes you, a guy that is interested in you, because the guys have that natural like catch, you know, I gotta catch her, you know, dominant, what is it called, dominant person, not personalities, but guys are more like, you know, they have to go after the female. Now times are changing, but still for the most part, guys are the ones that usually facilitate it. So if a guy really likes you, he's going to make it a point to hang out with you. Even if he is busy, he's going to clear his schedule. He's going to be like, hey, let's do this. Hey, I want to do this. What do you like? You know, you shouldn't have to always facilitate or always voice that you want to hang out. If he's not doing it, sis, he does not like you as much as you thought he did. And that's okay. Duly noted. Take some of your eggs out of this basket, put it in another one. It's too many guys around here for us to be tripping. Like, I really stress this to all of my friends. It's way too many men and too many people on this earth for you to be tripping over this one guy. So yes, don't forget, another, you know, what one man won't do, another man will. So just note it. Number 10 is a big one. Like, this is one a lot of females, I feel like they really just let slide under the radar and they don't realize it. Number 10 is if his friends don't know your name. Like, if his friends do not know who you are. If you are FaceTiming somebody that you're talking to, or you're around somebody, or you're on the phone with somebody you're talking to, and his friends or his teammates or whatever never say your name, like never, like never at all, like ever. Like, if it's just like, hi friend, or hi, how are you, you know, if they get caught in the camera but they don't ever say your name and it seems like they don't really know you, that's a big red flag. And that could mean one of many things. Either one, you just not important, boo. You just not important to him. Or two, he's talking to so many different females. It's just that his friend don't want to slip up and say your name is Candace when your name is Michelle. So, because a guy that really, really likes you, his friends will know about you. His friends will be like, oh, hey, Monty. Like, literally, his friends will be like, oh, hey, Monty. And they will try to grab the phone and talk to you. Like, I've had so many experiences with this. So if a guy's friends or teammates are around and they don't even say your name, or they try not to say your name, or you see in a FaceTime where they like try to talk to you, but looking to their friend like, who is this again? Duly noted, sis. Note it. Don't even say nothing about it to him. Just know there's more than one. Number 11. Number 11 is pretty self-explanatory. If y'all are out and his phone is like always face down, sis. If his phone is always face down, that meaning, you know, if he gets a notification from a girl, you won't really see it because his phone is always face down, or he's trying to really hide his phone from you. It's just, depending on where y'all are at in y'all relationship or y'all stage, just watch out for that. His friends avoid eye contact with you. Like, people's body languages tell them a lot. Like, do not ever listen to what guys really have to say. Really look at their body languages and their friends' body languages. If they're friends, if you're like face to face with their friends and you come to hang out, or roommates over whatever, and they constantly like avoid eye contact when you try to talk to them and be nice, like, they know something is up, but it's not their business to say anything. So they're just kind of like, you know, not my business. You're not my girl, so it don't matter if you're getting cheated on. So yeah, just please look at people's body languages. 13, his friends are horrible people. Like, I cannot stress this enough, period. If his friends are horrible people, 9 times out of 10, he will be a horrible person. I'm gonna say this again for the people in the cheap seats in the back. If his friends are horrible people, 9 times out of 10, he will be a horrible person. My mom used to always say, this is the old saying, birds of the same feather flock together. Now, I'm not saying I am like all of my friends. However, I surround myself around people who are like 9 times out of 10, you know, what kind of are a reflection of me. I'm not hanging out with killers and, you know, drug users and drug dealers, because that's not my scene. However, if his friends are horrible people and you can tell that his friends are horrible people, like, it's just kind of like, Number 14, if you don't contact him and y'all don't talk, this is not really a F-boy quality. However, this is more of a, like I said, a guy that really likes you is going to make it a point to talk to you and check on you. So if you don't contact him and y'all don't talk, that means it's time to really dead it. It's time to move on, or just don't see a future with that person. Number 15. Ooh. He constantly tells you how much he likes you. Like I said, do not pay attention to what these guys have to say out of their mouth, because body language and action show a lot more than words. If a guy that you're talking to, I've experienced this, if he constantly tells you how much he likes you, I mean like constantly, all the time, like over the top, where it's just like, okay, like literally every time y'all talk, he says it about, I don't know, maybe 2 times, or at least once every time y'all talk. You shouldn't have to keep telling somebody you like them. Like, you should know that he likes you. He should know that you like him. So if he has to constantly say that, no, that's the F-boy quality. Like, he's literally just looking for something else. 16, excuses. Excuses all the time. Like, I mean all type of excuses. I have football practice, I have basketball practice, I have meetings, I'm just oh so busy. Like I said, we all have the 24 hours that we are allotted. We are all allotted the same 24 hours. I don't get more hours than you get more hours. So therefore, people make time for what is important to them. Always remember, people make time for what is important to them. And if he can never just admit when he's wrong about something, and you vice versa, then it's just like, F-boys love doing that. They love having all type of excuses. And they will give you the longest story of an excuse, and you're just like, that's not what I asked for. Number 17, kind of like the same. He blames his ex for destroying him. Like, come on now. We are all adults. And my mom used to always say, especially with, you know, us girls, us ladies, you cannot carry the same baggage into a new relationship from an old one. That's like me arriving at someone's house and having all my crap, like bringing a U-Haul truck just to stay for a weekend. It's like, girl, what are you doing? So, you know, if someone constantly blames their ex for destroying them, and constantly has that like behavior as if it's your fault, you should not be dealing with that. And guys, F-boys in general, they love using this excuse. Like, this is like their favorite excuse. Their ex has ruined them, so it lets them get a pass to do whatever they want to do. And they play on your like emotional ties to make you like, oh, well, I feel bad. Well, his ex was a horrible person. He did tell me his ex was crazy, you know? And it's like, sis, that's not the case. Like, he wants you to feel that way. That's the gag. The gag is he wants you to feel that way, sis. So yeah, please watch out for that. 18. Ooh, this is a good one. Number 18, he says he never sleeps around. Oh my gosh, it's already 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, time flies when you're having fun. Let me try to hurry up. If he says he never sleeps around and you've like never asked that, like if y'all never even talked about anything and he just up and brings like, I don't ever sleep around, like I don't ever sleep with people like that. Like, it's just kind of like, I never asked you that. That's how I know you lying. Like, we never even, that's weird. Like, why are you bringing that up out of nowhere? It just doesn't make sense. Number 19, if you've ever Googled, is he a F-boy or is the guy I'm talking to a bad person? Like, if you've ever subconsciously like, Google signs that he's a bad person, 9 times out of 10, sis, he's a bad person. Because listen to your intuition. Your intuition is a very strong thing, especially as a female. It's a very strong thing. Number 20, he never gets personal. Like, y'all never talk about anything personal. It's always about like superficial things that you can talk to anyone about. If he never gets personal with you, it's like, he really don't care, you know. He's probably there for just, you know, sexual things. And if he doesn't care or ask anything personal about you besides sexual personal things that guys try to do, then it's a no, it's a no, it's a no, it's a no. 20, and these are just, 21 is a little thing. Never trust a man that's always on his phone but texts back slow or calls you back slow. Never trust it. Like, if y'all hanging out and he's constantly on his phone, however, when y'all are not hanging out, he's never answering you back. No, he's an F-boy. If he says things like, everything is my fault, he's an F-boy. Like, every time you bring up something that has happened or something that is like bothering you and he goes, oh, everything's my fault. Like, he tries to play that damsel in distress role. Like, oh my gosh, everything's my fault. And it starts to make you feel bad. Like, no, don't listen to it. No. 23, if he magically forgets the things that you tell him, like, I mean, like, magically, if he constantly forgets things that you tell him, 9 times out of 10, he talking to 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 other girls, and he just can't, he don't want to say nothing, so he just, oh, I forgot, you know, I'm busy, I forgot, like, all the time. No. 24, watch the things he says when he's upset. When people say things out of anger, it really shows you the type of person they are. With that being said, like, if he ever like calls you out your name when he's upset, he's gonna do it again. Like, it should be to the point where you should not be disrespected. And then the F-boy will always be like, oh, well, I was upset. Like, you can't take things to heart what I said when I was upset. Yes, you can. Like, when someone's upset, that's when you listen to them, because that's when you realize how they really feel, is when they're upset. And the last one, number 10, when he constantly says nobody's perfect. Like, oh, sis, I had an ex like this. He used to always say nobody's perfect. Every time he would mess up or do something, he would be like, he would apologize, and then he would interject the, but nobody's perfect. Like, I never asked you that. I never, like, what? It plays the strings on emotional, oh, you're right, no one is perfect. Like, no. He should, if he's saying that all the time, he's an F-boy. Point blank, period, sis. You're welcome. Sorry, this is a long video, but that's my 25 ways to tell that your man is an F-boy, or to leave your man alone because he's just a horrible person. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe, comment down below. I love y'all so much. Today's look, I know y'all be asking me. Today's lip gloss is brought to you by Bittersweet Me. Like, this is my favorite gloss lately. I've been wearing it like a lot. On my eyes I have on today are called Bum Day by my company. Shop www.baileylashes.com. My website will be linked down below. I'm having a buy 2 get 1 free sale, so it would be so amazing if y'all shop Bailey Lashes. These are actually the most natural lashes that I have. Bum Day, I actually love them. They brought me like a lot of luck. I wore them to my internship fair and the hiring event and to my job interview, and so yeah, I am absolutely in love with these. These are the most natural lashes I have. However, they're not too natural to where it looks like you have no lashes on. So like I always say, like, subscribe, comment, and always stay true to yourselves. And I love y'all so much. Bye.